Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a realtor and of course you're still wondering how to start getting qualified leads, people that has enough and can afford, those real estate you have in your different listing, at the end of this video, I'll be able to show you step by step on how you can actually, start structuring your different ads and to actually bring you those qualified leads, people that has enough money and of course can afford, those real estate listings you have currently. And of course, if this is the first time in this channel, my name is Nino and I have a specialized social media marketing agency for mostly real estate agents, and I'm helping my different clients to actually bring them, more businesses and more leads and help them increase their profits. And from almost zero to like most of my clients are really so happy with me, and at least most of them, of course. So in this video, you really get to understand how to run these different ads to get you, the qualified, leads, the clients and the customers that are ready to buy from you. And watch the end of this video, and I guarantee that you definitely start knowing the ways to run your ads and of course scale very fast. One thing you should bear in mind is that it's no longer like the early 2000s where people can just run ads and probably get cost per lead for like 30 cents or less than that. Right now the market is being very competitive. There's too many people running ads with different services as real estate agents and the rest of them. So all you can do is to make sure you stand out. You have to be unique. You need to really, show, your potential customers that you are out for real business. You are out to actually get them, the right properties and of course, something they would definitely buy and get a very good value for their money. So you need to really provide them with, those services by running a very good and sophisticated ads that actually will reach the right audience, and at the same time they will be ready to actually dish out and of course get involved in your services and buy those properties that you have in your listing. So I'll be showing you the flexible and a very good sophisticated ads and strategy, how you can start getting these clients from scratch. So the first thing you want to know in running Facebook ads is actually, knowing that Facebook has a very, very good wide audience where you can reach as much as, people from, different age, mostly from 18 to up to like 54 to 60 years old. So these different audience are, you need to really be able to run a specialized ad as that will be able to target, the right, people that can afford your services. So we're going to jump in straight to my laptop, how I normally will run my ads, and of course how I run my ads for my different, real estate clients. And the first thing you want to do is to, actually spy on, use the word spy on, other, real estate agents, people that have been running ads, and see what they have been doing. And of course, from there, we can be able to figure out and of course decide to, make something more unique than what they have already in the market. So we'll be able to get to the right, audience, to the right people that can afford, your services and of course those, properties in your listing. So I'm going to jump in straight to my laptop right now and show you what I do. So the first thing you should do is to go straight to Facebook Library, which is where we are, United States. So I'll type in United States in my ad library to get to the United States. This is what we have here. Then finally you go straight to ad category, and ad category you find properties. This is where you find different properties, ad properties people have been running recently. Then you can also type in maybe, of course, type in a state. Let's do California, and yeah, boom. So you can see what we have here. This is actually ads that people have been running. Real estate agents like you have been running so far. You can see what they have been doing, and this will really help you, give you a very good insight on what and how to actually structure your own ad. You can see what we have here. This one is actually active, running since 23rd April platform, and you can see the every single information this ad. So what we're actually doing here is to see what other real estate agents have been doing, the kind of ads that have been running. This will help us to see, you can see what this one is doing right here with her face, and you can see her name and phone number. So these are really basic ads, and I wouldn't run this kind of ads on my clients. So you need to make your ads more inviting and with more information and of course offers that people have not really seen before. One thing I try to do is to try to be very unique. There's no reason you try to fit in with the status quo. People have been doing this normal ads with their face and phone numbers with no even look at, there's no offer on this ladies' ads. I'm not kind of criticizing that, but I'm telling you that you need to be unique. You need to do things that people have not really seen before. Like, try to make it more, it kind of just a little bit different from what is actually in the market. So when this ad pops in someone's screen, they're able to like, yes, let me see what this guy has, and at the end of the day, they probably get into your services. So you really need to make your ad, stand out by, making it more sophisticated and with a very good strategy, which I'll be laying out right here on this video. So before we go down to the rest of this video, if you're a real estate agent or realtor actually watching this, you should ask yourself, the basic question, which is, what is your main goal in actually running these ads? This would help you to, understand and decide exactly what you need to do. So your main goal could actually be, driving traffic to a landing page, or actually trying to generate or, get leads, or probably create awareness, like bring eyeballs to a particular property or properties that you have in your different listings. So it's really, really important for you to, know your main goal. So this would help you to, know exactly how to, run your ads, because it's really, really important. For me, most of my real estate agents, I would normally, I run ads to get them more leads and at the same time traffic. So you need to have different strategies, which you can apply to get more leads, because when you run ads that would actually get you more leads, you need to make sure that you pinpoint the right audience to get qualified leads. People that has, that can afford those, properties that you actually want them to buy. So you need to actually run, an ad that would specialize and actually laser focus and find and target those audience, those people that has or that can actually afford those properties. Then if you are trying to run an ad that will bring traffic to your landing page, then of course there's pretty much a strategy which I'll be laying out here that would also help you to bring in traffic to that particular landing page for people to actually see what you have and your offers and different pricing and whatnot, every single you have on your landing page. So second question you need to ask yourself is either you're trying to reach buyers or sellers. It is really going to be very important to know who you are actually trying to reach. Is either the buyers or the sellers. This will help you in your creatives. Creative is actually those things you put in your ad, the pictures and the rest of them, the copywriting, those texts and the font size, the color and the rest of them you put in your ads, right? So it's really important to know if you're trying to reach your buyers or your sellers, and at the same time, this will help you to actually build your Facebook campaign the right way to reach either the buyer or your sellers. So it's really important for you to answer these questions correctly to actually build the campaign the right way. So another tip I have for you as a real estate agent, of course, you should, make ads like just 10% of the entire pie. Why I say this is that with my experience in the past with my different clients, it's really, really important that you also need to actually build your business brand, like your real estate agency, from, with all the pillars, like, of course, creating short form content, for, YouTube shorts and Instagram reel, TikTok and the rest of them. This would also help to generate organic traffic, which is very, very important. So you don't have to rely just on ads, shooting ads here and there. You need to also create short form content to also build, your real estate brand, to also help people to get a feel of who you are, get to trust you. These are things that you can also really do to help you, help people to really get to understand the kind of person, build trust, and at the same time, they'll be ready to work with you. You can also do, neighborhood, reviews of different houses and, go out there, put yourself out there, go to different properties, review these houses, their renovation or whatever, maybe price a review and the rest of them of different properties, go door to door, knock into different doors and telling them about your different services, and at the same time, sharing flyers, design really good flyers with, your business name on it, and of course, share flyers, go on cold calling. All those things would also help you to actually build your brand and, of course, get more customers and, more leads through the door. You can't just depend, your real estate agent on just one pillar, which is ads. No, I say do it just not 10% of the time. Then the rest, of course, create content that would also, engage your audience, let them understand your business, let them know who you are, get to trust you, do reviews on different housing projects, pricing, every single thing, that can provide free value for people that are looking to buy houses in your area. I mean, this is really, really important. So, go on, make cold calls, and of course, share flyers as much as you can. I mean, you need to put in the hard work and at the same time run your ads. And trust me, by the time you have like at least these 3-4 pillars, that would be running your business, there's almost impossible that you will not make sales. You wouldn't, be profitable. So another thing that I do is that I try to coach my, different real estate agents, like on how to make sales, the kind of marketing strategies, how to actually do cold calling, what to say on the phone. I mean, this really would also help them to know how to close a client, because there's little I can do. I can do as much as I can, but at the same time, I need you, the real estate agent, to, know how to actually speak with people, how to interact with people, how to actually get them on board and, be able to pinpoint their different problems and actually get them to get involved and, of course, cut out that check and, start making payments for those different properties. You need to know. So I coach my different clients on how to market and, of course, do sales and marketing, especially in the cold call. So all right, we're going to go into actually, creating, the ad, making the campaign straight from a computer. Right now on my computer. And this is basically the strategy that I use, for actually making ads for my real estate agents, for realtors. And these ads really work very well. And you just have to follow me through the steps. And if you've actually gone through this video, you should be able to understand where I am right now. So we're going to jump straight to my computer and, of course, start creating this ad. And it's quite very easy. You just have to follow this step that I'm using right now. And this step is what I've been using so far in a very long time in every single ad that I've created for all my clients and, basically for my real estate clients, actually. So, yeah. Let's go straight to my computer. So what we have right now, I've been able to log into my ads manager, and you can see what we have here in my ads manager. So you'll be able to find, different functions, which is basically to create a new campaign. So when you look at a new campaign, you're going to find your green button, which is to create a new campaign. So what you should do right now is just to click the create campaign right here on your screen. Click the create campaign. So as soon as you do that, yes, of course, you now see the next page, which is basically what we'll be talking about. Is either you're creating a campaign for an awareness or for traffic or actually for leads. These are actually the three basic objectives or things we need to achieve, which is your goals, as I actually said, earlier in this video. So it's either you're creating, your campaign for awareness, or you're creating it for traffic, or are you actually doing it for leads? But right here, we're actually going for, we want to create a campaign for traffic for, our real estate or realtors, actually. So let's go straight and create a campaign for traffic. Then you're going to say next. As soon as you click on traffic, you're going to say next and wait for the next page to see what happens. So yes, of course. So we have our next page right here. So what I normally do when it comes to creating the campaign name is actually setting out my objective, which is actually my goal, which is basically for, I'm creating a campaign for buyers, not for sellers. This is actually for buyers, people that are looking to buy new properties. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write out my buyers. Then, of course, after that, I'm going to state my location. Sorry, make sure you delete every single thing right here. Then you now say your buyers. Then after that, you go. You add your comma. Then we now go for the location. Our location is basically California, which is CA. Then of course the next one, it should be for manner placements, which is actually how we make our ads. Then of course we finally it's just pretty much we're almost done with this. Next thing we have here, of course, after our manner placements, we're gonna say single images. This is how I run most of my ads, single images. Then, of course, the next thing is actually the category, which is going to be housing. If you don't put housing there, they're definitely going to take it down. So you need to specify your category, which is basically for housing. So you can just check it out. This is housing. Then you make sure you select your housing. Then of course after that, then you can make sure your location is exactly where it is. Yeah, housing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, your housing. Then we'll go to the next one, which is make sure your location is set out to the country you actually targeting, which is United States. Sorry, the particular country you wanted to run this ads on. Yeah, we have that down here. So the next thing we're looking at right here, yeah, of course, we have the US down somewhere. Oh my God, what is this? I mean, you just have to be a little patient with me. I think it's just, sometimes Facebook can be a little bit, it goes a little crazy like this. But of course, you know exactly what I need to do down here, which is exactly what I'm just trying to select the United States. I don't know why this is giving me a little trouble today, but normally we should have the drop down menu to give us the United States for us to move forward. Yeah, I think it's kind of a little glitchy today. So right now, so let's see what we have. Then we take it down. Then you should find it down here somewhere. Yeah, I think that's where we have it. Yeah, that's it. So select it. It's already there. Then yeah, no, I want to remove. I don't want them to have like Turkey, and I want to have just United States because I'm actually targeting. So you need to really understand that these are the things that you need to figure out and make sure you have this on your ad pages, because if you don't get it right, the location, of course, is going to be running your ads in another location where you don't want it to go to. So I need to make sure that my ad is basically for the United States because that's people I'm actually targeting. I really, sorry, I don't know why this thing is really giving me trouble today. This is basically a Facebook problem, not really my network. So yeah, let me check this out. So yeah, I'll remove this. I'll remove this, uncheck it. So as soon as you actually make sure you've actually selected housing, then of course you go straight to the next one. Of course, make sure your location is United States. Then you go straight to the next part of it, which is let's get the next page out of this, which is going to be your ad set. So your ad sets is basically going to be like where you actually, for me, I rather long, I'm running all the traffic to, the landing page of the real estate agent. So right here in the traffic, this ad set name, I'm going to write landing page because I'm running all my traffic, so make sure you delete all these things before. I'm running all my traffic to the landing page. So I'll make sure I write landing page. Then of course, I'm also making sure that it's going to be like on a 15-mile radius, like because you want it to be around. So you're going to have like your 15-mile radius around, 15-mile radius. Yeah, 15-mile radius. And the final thing we have here is okay. Yeah. I think we're good at it. And of course, it's going to be a manual placement, as I explained already. Manual placement. I won't have to, explain like almost everything. But of course, if you follow the methods I stated so far, you should be able to get it right the way that I just did it. So of course, after this is how I normally, set up my ads. Then of course, I would now go straight to, make sure it's on website because you're running it straight to your landing page. Then I'll go straight to make sure it's selected website. Then the rest of it, then make sure you select your daily budget. It depends on how much you can afford. You want to make. Normally, I'll make, depends, maybe $10 or 20, depends on how much you want to actually, budget on a daily basis, maybe $20 or $10. So the one thing about ads is that the more you actually budget, the better quality, leads you're gonna get. So, but I'll normally start with $10. I mean, just for a start. Then of course, make sure put in your date, the date you want your ad to start running. Then of course, the time is also there. Then of course, you can have a set an end date, like this when you want it to stop. For me, I'll normally leave it to run for like a week, to see what happens, like within 7 days. I mean, most ads, maybe in the first 2 3 days or first 2 3 days, normally it might not, pick up, but you see it's performing at the third day, start getting those, quality, those leads coming through probably from the second to the third day. So what I tell most of my clients is that, I mean, you just let me do the job, and don't try to, try to put pressure. And that's the more reason you need to let your clients understand that, look, this job is a marathon and not a sprint. So, I mean, if you trust me enough to give me a job, let me do what I have to do and get you the clients or the customers you need. So normally this thing will take like maybe 2 to 3 days before it picks up. Then of course you can start seeing, the leads and traffic going to that landing page as you stated earlier. So we're going to go straight to what we have for the rest of the video, which is, of course, you select your age. You need to select the right age, people that really, can actually afford, real estates. And 18 years obviously is out of it. So I'm going to have to go somewhere around the, but of course you can let it go, since we have, you can just let it go, then make it 65. 65 is yeah, I think this is the highest age we have on Facebook. Then of course all gender. Then the rest is definitely, it's up to you. Then we'll go to the next page, and I think it's the next page. So we're gonna have this is our next page right now. All right, so like we're almost at the final pages right here where we need to finalize this, of course. So we're gonna have to decide the ad name. You can just say, of course, whatever you decide, like manual placement. Of course, we have that already. Yeah, so this is actually the final part of the ad. So of course, you need to make sure you decide the ad name. Whatever you could decide to do. For me, I'm probably just gonna do a single image. Of course, maybe reality depend on whatever you decide. That's it's you can say single home owners, stuff like that. I think that looks good. So then, of course, you get down to the rest of what we have down here. Of course, adding your image. You must have been able to design a very good, attractive image to put in the ad. Then something really nice. Normally, like some nice looking house or something, like with a smiley face right there on the ad. And of course, you can also do your copywriting. Your copywriting is basically those are the texts for your sales. I mean, it shouldn't be something so bulky, just a little bit, short, something really captivating. This is actually what we do, here in my digital marketing agency, Grow Your Media. We're able to get you the right, sales, copywriting, of course, the right images to add in the ad. So this is definitely going to really help you out. Like, I mean, if you want to do this by yourself, I think I've been able to give you some really good value. I can be able to run this ad by yourself, and then select the image, then put in the copywriting, which is the text, the sales text. Then pretty much you have your headline. Then of course your headline could be your location of the property, and probably like a little bit of a copywriting, like for instance a California property or hot sales in California. That's really such a very captivating copywriting text right there on the ad. So I think that the description should be just something very short, maybe describing the particular property, just very concise, shouldn't be so much, because not everybody had that time and patience to read through lots of bulky messages. So this is something we do very well, like making sure that we use the right text, which is the copywriting, the sales text to grab the potential buyers that will be interested in your real estate properties. So you know what I'm talking about if you want to do this by yourself. Then the rest of them is pretty much then put in your URL, your landing page, where this traffic will be going to. Make sure you put in it there, because that's exactly where Facebook would send those traffic coming through this ad straight to that the URL. Then of course display link, that's the same thing as the URL. Then every single thing is, I think we're actually done here. So as soon as I hit publish, then the ad is actually ready to go and start bring you the right traffic, and of course the leads that you need to start selling those properties. So far so good. I believe that I've been able to actually give you a very good value in this video as a realtor, and of course a real estate agent. This is definitely the way that I actually run my ads. I probably won't give you all my my secrets. Like, of course, I mean, when you get involved in my program, which I really have, and my packages, I could be able to run this ads for you. But if you really want to do it by yourself, I believe so far I've given you more than 90% of what I do, my digital marketing agency. And as soon as you hit publish, you're good to go. And please smash the like button, subscribe, and always remember that I'm wishing you the best. Let's make this money together, and leave your comment in the section and the next video you want me to bring to you, and I'll gladly do that for you, because I want you to succeed. Because when you succeed, I succeed. We'll make money together. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you.